This is interesting session of the day. We are with Mr. Paul Chung, an animation director, and we will be having an animation master class for this. Paul would just continue with this. Thank you.
Is my mic working? Yeah. Okay. We starting? Yeah. Okay. So good afternoon. Thanks for having me here. And I see that all of you are having a good time. So let's keep it going for the next hour or so. So let me just quickly introduce myself a little bit. So my name is Paul. I'm working for MPC Technicolor Bangalore, and I'm in animation. So I started in animation in 1981 in London, England, as a 2D animation director and supervisor. So I was doing that for about 20 years. And then I went to DreamWorks, California, as a directing animator. And I stayed there for 12 years. So I worked on most of the Shrek movies, Madagascar, Megamind, and then GFX. And now I'm in Bangalore setting up an animation department for MPC Technicolor. So this is the beginning of something really, really big. So hopefully other companies will follow and they will all come here. So in the next hour or so, I'm going to be talking a little bit about animation industry and basically effects and animation as a whole, just an overview. So let me start by just showing a little bit of what we've been doing in MPC. Which is mainly creature animation. Open with, sorry. Are we showing it right now? Wait a minute. Okay, let's start again. So this is mainly creature animation, which is part of what we're talking about today. And I'm going to show some of the other part of the animation industry, which is character acting-based animation. So take a look at this first. So you see the pattern there? Computer graphics, animation, but what's in every single clip here? Live action, right? So VFX industry, we're doing creature animation on top of live action. So is that everything we do in the industry? There's something else as well. Let's look at something else. This is my personal showreel that has a lot of stuff that I did for DreamWorks, which is slightly different kind of thing. Everything is CG. There's no live action involved, mostly. So it's the other part of the animation industry. Let's take a look.
Still good in you, Hal. Oh, if only the world had a reset button.
I've looked into the reset button. The science is impossible.
I told you it was bad luck. No, you didn't want to listen to me. See? Ignore the zebra. Yeah, next time I tell you something, I bet you listen then, huh? Right? It's gonna rain. Yeah, you'll get an umbrella then, right?
Okay, I've had enough of this. This is your side of the island, and this is our side of the island. That is the bad side, where you can prance and skip around like a magical pixie horse and do whatever the heck you want to do all day long. And this is the good side of the island for those who love New York and care about going home.
Come on.
No, back. Oh,
You know what? This is a good...
Look on the bright side, Zuba. After I defeat you and take over as Alpha Lion, you'll have so much more time to spend with your pathetic excuse of a son. Before I kick your butt, let me ask you, why do you even want to become the Alpha Lion? We'll fight on 3. 1.
This rite of passage, is this like a bar mitzvah type of confirmation? What are we talking here?
It's just a formality for you, that's all it is. It's gonna be the best day ever! I love you guys! Excellent. Stage 1 is complete. Okay, after we open all the presents, we'll have a sleepover! We'll annoy my big sister, she hates it! And we'll share secrets.
Sure, who doesn't love a good secret? Now,
Boy, stepdog, it's a real Lulu.
But the bunny,
You were expecting maybe the Easter Bunny?
you're a cartoon, you're not real.
Not really. If I weren't real, could I do this? Well, I wonder who that could be.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Shh! Everyone's sleeping. I knew that. Come on, we gotta find Michael's basketball stuff. Nope, nothing in here. Nope. A very nice dinette set. Not here. Let's look upstairs. Yes, oh fearless leader.
Oh no. Better out than in, I always say.
No, it's okay.
all right. What are you? No, this is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'm making waffles. Oh! Where do, I sleep? Outside! Oh, well, I guess that's cool. I mean, I don't know you, and you don't know me, so I guess outside is best, you know. Here I go. Good night.
Okay. So every time I show my older clips like that, people say, "Oh yes, I watched it when I was a little kid," and I said, "Wait a minute, I thought you were the same age as me." I realized I'm actually an old hack now. But anyway, there was something different. So this is all a little bit of cartoon acting compared to the creature. They're two different things. Let's go in and talk about this a little bit more. Oops. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about animation industry. Like the, the two different things that we just looked at. Now, the first thing here would be Ralph of the Titans. So it's Chimera. So it's a creature with a human. Now, if you look at that, it's also a creature, but it's in How to Train Your Dragon from DreamWorks. Different style, right? A creature and a human, but you can see a contrast. Okay, let's go deep into that. So in the animation industry, there are different subdivisions. What are they? So we have something like Life of Pi, VFX, like what we're doing here in MPC. They just won an Oscar last year. That's great. And then we have something like this. That's what Pixar is doing. Storytelling and acting, character animation. So it's two different things. Now, but don't forget, we still have games. Game industry is much bigger than film industry. Employ a lot of people. And the technology is advancing all the time. So it's another big player. And what else? We have TV. TV still have a little bit of drawn animation in it, but mainly everything we're talking about is computer generated now. Okay, so this is what we have in the industry. If we want to kind of look at animation as a whole, we have to go back a little bit further. History, right? So how did we get to this stage that every film we see has got special effects, it's got animation, even Lincoln, even dramatic feature films that we don't think we'll see special effects. We have special effects in animation. But how did it all start? This is like 100 years old, 90 years old. Somebody started doing some early animation in the turn of the century. So let's take a look. Okay, so can somebody tell me about a question about live action and animation? Which media started first? Yeah, animation. Yeah, animation actually started before live action. Somebody drawing on film and all that. It's the beginning of something moving. Edward Muybridge did some experiment at Stanford University using still camera to capture different moments of animals and human moving. But there's no movie camera. So animation actually started before animation, before live action, sorry. So the early days of animation, we have these animation shorts, right? Everybody has watched a lot of Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny, and all that, right? 6 minute, that's where all the animators were. And then we have Tom and Jerry, we have Tex Avery. It's so funny to talk about this Warner Brothers thing. So we all watch a lot of this Warner Brothers cartoon, Bugs Bunny, right? Porky Pig and everything. And then I remember in the 90s, Michael Jordan did a whole bunch of Nike commercials with Bugs Bunny. So some people who have got money, the backers, thinking that, okay, great, this is a good idea. Michael Jordan, the biggest sports star or biggest star in the world, is doing some really successful commercials with Bugs Bunny. Why don't we make a feature film out of it? We'll make a lot of money. So of course everybody say, yes, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do a movie about basketball, Bugs Bunny and Michael Jordan. So they got a lot of money, so they can do it. So who's going to do it? And they'll say, yes, Warner Brothers, because Warner Brothers did all the Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck cartoon, right? Let's go to Warner Brothers. So they gave a job to Warner Brothers. But somebody forgot to tell them that all the Bugs Bunny cartoons were done in the 40s. So that by the time we get to the 90s, it did not exist. Warner Classic was a little department in Sherman Oaks in LA that did a little bit of commercials. So they gave the whole job to a little department that couldn't handle more than a short film. So at the end, they farmed everything out to all over the world to get it done. So there's a really funny story. The somebody has got millions and millions of dollars to invest in a film, but they didn't really do their research, and they almost didn't come off. But anyway, so this is the early animation scene. And then we have full-length feature films, like Snow White in 1939, I believe, or 1937, and then Gulliver's Travel. So it's the beginning of a whole bunch of CG films, mostly from Disney, all the way to, of course, later on we had Pixar doing the similar thing, storytelling films, but with computer. So, and also, don't forget, in those days, some actually started something quite significant. Is combining animation with live action together. I don't know whether you have seen the film Song of the South. I don't think anybody is old enough to see it in the cinema. And it is still banned on DVD. It's not for sale because of the racial issue. But in the film, it's the first time that, I think it's the first time, that Disney successfully combined animation and live action together. And then, of course, we have Dick Van Dyke dancing with the penguins as well. So these are early days of people combining animation and live action together. Now, remember the first reel we were showing, all the effects stuff, all the creature animation. The common thing is all those clips is that we are combining animation and live action together. It started from those days in the 30s, 40s. So let's take a look at, now you have seen the latest technology, the Harry Potter, Narnia and everything. How about the old days when we had Dick Van Dyke and Julie Andrews and the penguins? How do they look?
The company diamond again. Thomas and Phyllis and Livingston sorts are real.